feel like we have to talk about the elephant in the room, and that's Parker Meadows. I feel like, in their chat, people have been itching to talk about him. He's kind of been the story of spring training. I don't know if we're going to do our roster predictions tonight, but do you guys think Parker Meadows is making the team?
I mean, if we're looking at this from a perspective of the Tigers, in terms of youth, in terms of players coming up from AA to make the opening roster, it's rare. And just looking at this, and I'd love to be proven wrong because sometimes I've confirmed these things, but I just want to make sure. The last Tiger to make the opening day roster without spending time in AAA and that was not a Rule 5 draft pick in the outfield was Elliot Maddox in 1970. I want to go lean towards having him on the roster, but I look at it this way. You have to be able to handle left-handed pitching. And I saw that yesterday against the Twins. I can see teams throwing him high and inside, and if he doesn't adjust to it, I mean, this is the major leagues. I think I need to see him more hit against lefties on a regular basis. And there's one hit he had last week where he dropped his hands on lefty and smoked it, which was great. And that's great progress. However, if you're going to compete right away, like the Tigers are, I mean, Meadows to me is not a guy you put on the bench as an option on the outfield every so often. He has to play on a regular basis, and so his numbers are great, and we can't ignore it. We can't really ignore it. But at the same time, I think he needs some reps in AAA. I just think that just until he gets in terms of hitting lefties.
I think his OPS last year in the minors was 250 points lower against lefties. It was like, close to 900 against righties and then like 5-something. That is, it's one of those things where like they could say, yeah, that's what we want him to work on. I think if you got AJ Hinch in the room and said, be honest, who are your 3 best outfielders? You're probably going to get some combination of Riley Green, Parker Meadows, and Matt Vierling, and then Austin Meadows is kind of your DH outfielder. So, I mean, if it were a real competition, he has outperformed Baddoo and Carpenter. I don't think there's much debate there so far. Right. There's still plenty of spring training left. We've seen how guys can, tail off after a bit in spring training or really pick things up. But I don't know. I don't feel like. We know the Tigers aren't really trying to compete. And so I think to them, they can justifiably send Parker Meadows to AAA to work on batting against lefties or just to get some, more at-bats against crafty pitchers, right? The guys in AAA, not the arms in AA. And then what do you know, a couple months into the season, he's playing, center field every day in Detroit, and they've got an extra season of control for him. Like, it just feels like that's the smart baseball thing to do, even if it feels gross. And it's the sort of thing that baseball was trying to get rid of. It doesn't really benefit the Tigers to have a Parker Meadows playing every day in 2023 as much as it might to have him playing every day in 2029, which was what the option would be if they don't bring him up on opening day. So I don't think he makes the team, but I think he deserves to.